Alright, so hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo, OakWood Zoo. I know it's been a while since you heard my voice, isn't it? Did you miss it? Is it your favorite part of the month? I bet it is. Anyway, so today we are starting a very big project in OakWood Zoo. Now, the last few weeks we've been doing a lot of things in the America section. So we've been doing like the moose and beavers was like the first episode of the month. Actually, not even the month. It was like the end of July, because I went on like a 2-week break because I was on vacation, and then I just wanted to come back and start doing a bunch of things. So we did the moose and beavers for one episode. We did the red river hogs, raccoons, foxes, prairie dogs. All 5 of those were in the span of like 3 weeks. I was just on like a roll, and I hopefully still am. But today we are starting actually something bigger in OakWood Zoo, still in OakWood Zoo. I put a teaser like in the last video. I was like, I have like a project coming up and stuff. And before you say it, no, it's not a new zoo. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I started another one and then I put out a post or whatever. I know a lot of people probably didn't see it. But it was like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna like postpone this series, and I'm not getting rid of it. The safari one that came out like a month ago, I am sorry, it's not coming out yet. I just want to finish, or at least get as many episodes as I can out of this series before I lose it and start to lose touch with it. And kind of get bored with it. I don't know if I am going to get bored, or we're just going to hammer through all of this until the very end. Who knows? But anyway, back to the actual part of the video, because I want to explain a bunch of other things. But no, we're here to focus on the actual building, which I'm currently missing right now because I'm talking about nothing. So, we're starting the Americas Pavilion. So the Americas section actually in the zoo is basically done once we finish this building. So this building will include a variety of different species. We'll have my favorite, the capybara, and potentially the tapir that lives with them, probably the Barrett's tapir. If we get the South America tapir at any point, I would love to put them in with them instead of the Barrett's tapir, but you know, I mean, unless it comes out looking like the Malayan tapir. Or yeah, if we get another monkey, it'll most definitely probably look way better than the capuchin. Not the capuchin. Not I'm dissing on the capuchin, but it's like one of the first animals we got. So yeah, it's all right. And then beside that, we will get the sloth, which will be the main focus of today's episode. But today's actual episode is probably going to be the sloths. And we are also building the actual shell of the building. Actually, not really. It was kind of bad, and I forgot to record most of the actual build. So yeah. So what you're gonna actually see in the time lapse, you're gonna see everything at the end, like in the cinematic shots. But what I actually put together in the actual speed build part is we're gonna build the underwater viewing for the capybara and the tapirs, and we're also going to build the capuchin indoor enclosure and outdoor enclosure actually, because I actually made the cages ahead of time, or like before I forgot to record, and I don't have them filled yet. The sloth one is completely done, but the capuchins at this time of recording wasn't done, so I don't know, I was just kind of mixing like, oh, okay, so what did I record? I didn't record that, my bad. So I was just kind of putting it together to hopefully find something right now. So right now, as you see on the screen, we're building the capybara and tapir enclosure. The capybaras and tapir actually will be a separate episode, and that will probably be in the next episode actually, unless I do something else. This will work if you're familiar with the older series in Brixton Zoo, which is a park that I worked a bit of time on, like probably 4 or 5 months. We made something similar, like actually in this similar style, the North American Pavilion. That only had 2 creatures. We had the cougar and we had the timber wolf, and we had 3 episodes or 5 episodes in total. Actually, we had indoor and outdoor episodes for both the 2 cats, or the 2 animals, and 1 episode for finishing touches. This one is going to work in a similar manner, but obviously this one's going to be laid out differently because instead of 2 bigger enclosures for bigger animals, this one will be made up of smaller enclosures for smaller animals. So we'll kind of batch them into one. So this episode will be the sloth and the capuchins and the exterior of the building, which again actually isn't in here, but I just wanted to release this separate. So if I build the capybara enclosure in the next enclosure without this, if I'm making sense at all here, then you're not totally confused. Oh, like what's happening, where is this going, what's this giant building next to it. So I just wanted to kind of separate these a bit. So yeah, the next episode, which I have no idea when that's going to be, probably next week at some point, will be the capybaras, and then the week after that, or again the next video after that, will also probably be the bottom floor of the building. So this building is going to take a while to finish. I don't know how long. I'm hoping to finish by the end of the month, and for me that's considered a while. It is going to have 2 floors. I think in next episode we may actually have a tour, because it's hard to explain all of this without an actual visual layout here, and I'm trying my best, but it's hard to explain it in the word and actually makes sense and people can actually understand me. So we'll have an exhibit hall. So basically, how this building will work, you will enter through the doors that you'll see in the cinematic shots, the only entrance there is. You can either go straight and look at the capybaras and tapirs on the indoor viewing, or you can go to the left and there's going to be a hallway through the Sloths and Capuchin's indoor areas. Then those 2 passageways, it'll basically work like a loop on the bottom floor, and you'll be back at this like greeting area or whatever viewing area. I'm also going to try and add a reptile in here. I'm going to see if I can add the dwarf or one of the caimans. I might put up a poll to see which kind of caiman you guys want, because I know there's 2 of them and I haven't built for either of them actually. Well, I probably built for the dwarf caiman, but that was a very, very, very long time ago when I was arguably terrible at building. It's just not arguably, it's just a fact, because, you know, I was absolutely terrible at building back then. But now I'm better, hopefully, at least I think so. I don't know. But I'm hoping I'll have enough room to put the caiman, one of the caimans in. I'm kind of leaning towards the speckled caiman, but, you know, I'll leave it up to you guys, because I really couldn't care that much which caiman it is. On the bottom floor, you'll have a passageway out that may or may not have more exhibits, and like maybe even like a slightly bigger implied reptile enclosures. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really thought that much into it. I mainly just focused on finishing the capybara enclosure for the next episode, and then I'll just see where it takes me. You'll go through the first floor in a loop, then you'll go up the stairs, see a bunch of exhibits, come back down the same way, and go out this hallway that is not going to be the entrance, it's going to be an exit actually. So it'll be on the opposite side of the building. And then it'll still loop you back to the capybaras. And if I'm feeling feathery, then I might add the flamingo to the other side of the building. I don't know yet. I honestly don't know. Depends on how much I can actually fit in here, and how much I can make it like not so crammed, but still feel like an open area with lots of diverse animals and stuff like that. Because a lot of the animals in this building that are going to be, they're going to be very low-key animals. They're not like your big cats, your big primates or apes. They're more of like smaller animals that you kind of like an overpass or an overthought. But I'm hoping that this building can just kind of combine them all and do that. So enough of that talking about the future. Let's talk about what's happening now. So hopefully, if I line this up correctly, you should be seeing me building the window to the capybaras and tapirs. As I'm watching this, it's very glitchy, but I'm sure it's fine, you know, whatever. So I'm trying to split up the window into many different parts. I didn't want it to be a solely giant one piece of glass. I wanted to split it up, and even though it is one piece of glass, I think I used the barrier actually, like the in-game barrier. I wanted to split up using these wood pieces and stuff and made it look really nice. And I did not stick with the concrete walls, which I'm glad I didn't. I actually put the aquatic wall. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know if it has a fancy name or whatever. Someone will probably correct me in the comments. I don't know. I just look at the pieces and like, that looks good. Let's put it there. Who knows what these pieces are called? At least I don't. I also use this nice log kind of boarding thing to go underneath the window, which looks pretty nice, especially when it lines up with the aquatic wall, because they used like similar colors. It looks really nice and it really contrasts nicely. But yeah, this whole area with the capybara, you basically walk straight into the entrance and you're automatically looking straight forward and you can automatically see the window. That's what I wanted it to be. This is supposed to be a very open concept when you first walk in, and then there's going to be a couple different hallways and stuff you can go through. As I explained before, I'm sure you don't want me to repeat myself, even though I probably do anyway, and I'm not noticing it because, you know. So yeah, here we go, putting the aquatic wall down. I had a bit of trouble with the outside of the walls because I put so much I guess the mason work from the Twilight pack. I put so many different things on the outside that it started to peek through, and I had to do some revamping here and there. Yeah, that's really all I have left to say. Yeah, we're kind of in this like dead zone between DLCs, and I feel like that always happens in summer. Sorry, if I completely change the topic. We're not like about you could see what's happening in the thing. We're adding more walls and stuff just while we're putting the walls down. I'm just gonna talk about something random because I love to do that. Who likes to stay on topic? We're kind of in this like dead zone between DLCs, and this always happens. At least for me, I feel. And I've actually been paying attention on like the Frontier forums and stuff for Planet Zoo. Just shut myself away because what else am I gonna do? But I feel like that we're in a dead zone.
Sure you don't want me to repeat myself.
In October, because I think all of them have come in October, except for obviously the first year. North America pack came in October 4th, I think. Twilight pack was October 18th or something. Jesus. Yeah. I'm expecting the next one to come in October, but there's always this dead zone, especially in like August or whatever. That's kind of like a drought of new stuff, but which makes sense because we have to wait. This is the longest period of time between DLCs. But it's strange. I feel like last year I was really bored with the game and stuff in August and like the summer, and this time around I'm just kind of like cruising along and trying to get as much as I can. And it might be because I have a plan for this series especially, and you'll realize this is why I canceled the other series we have for the time being. It's not completely gone, don't worry. But it's because I've planned out every single enclosure we have left for the zoo. I've planned out where everything is going. I've planned everything out, and I'm confident that I can hopefully get all these things done, put them all together in the zoo, make a cool cinematic tour or something, and just take some nice shots and stuff, and be done with the zoo. I'm not trying to sound like I want to get rid of it, like it's like a burden or something, but I just want to get it over with because we've been at it for so long, and it's been half a year, 7 months actually, because we started this like exactly when the Grasslands pack came out. So that was like just like late, like December 2022. So I want to finish this so we can start fresh in 2024, which is, I think we're just over halfway of this park, if not 2/3. Especially when we finish this house, I'll definitely be 2/3 over, because we don't have a lot left. We'll have the Africa section left, which, truth be told, even though Africa is such a big name of a continent and it usually takes up so much of like zoos everywhere, this section actually isn't going to be that big. I think I have. We've already built for a couple of them. We built for the ADAX, and actually that's it. All of these enclosures, all these animals, I have very good ideas for their enclosures. I've got the inspiration, I've got everything ready, and this is partly why I'm so invested in the series at the moment, because I know exactly what I want to do, and I know exactly what order I'm going to do them in. I just want to get it done, and then we can move on to something else. Ergo, the recent series that I started and kind of forgot about. Not forgot about, but Anyway, back to topic here. I'm going to leave you guys off with a bit of music. With the speed build, hopefully I haven't gone too much over with talking and stuff. I don't... Do I usually? I don't know. I don't really like to talk that much, except for when I'm in these videos, which is really annoying, or it's really weird. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you had a good time. I hope you all enjoy, and I will see you guys hopefully next week for the next episode, which should be adding one of my personal favorite animals, the capybara. I hope you all enjoy. If you did, leave a like, hit subscribe. I know I sound like a broken record on all of these videos. Actually, no, I don't, because you never hear my voice. So yeah, here's your monthly reminder. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. And you'll always be reminded that there's new stuff coming out. I promise, guarantee. Yeah, alright. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys all in the next one. Enjoy the cinematic shots coming in a couple minutes. Bye, guys.